Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. I want to super clean and protect the windshield. I mean, this windshield, like a Jeep, is almost straight up and down. And you can imagine the bug splatter that it collects and all the other contaminants that just splatter up against the windshield and stick if it's not protected. I want something that's going to make it easier to clean. I also want to team it up with some brand new wipers that I have sitting over there. Those things were like 30-some bucks a piece. Crazy what wipers have come to. It's been a while since I bought a pair. But before I put the new wipers on, I want to get it super clean. I'll go through the whole process and show you step by step how to get it just squeaky clean and ready for a coating. And then I'll go grab one of the coatings. I'll grab probably Ivan's DIY glass coating. C6 glass coating, if you want to see that one. I'll grab that off the shelf and we'll get it protected as well. Let's get this thing started. The outside of this is just about done, by the way. I got the side steps on, fills in the gap, and of course, because it sits so high, my short ass gets up in there a lot easier with that. Yeah, both sides are finished. The only thing I want to do is when I have a kind of a lower bumper coming in. It's just, I don't know, it just seems like it's missing something down there, so I got a lower valance, lower bumper, and then I'll remove those things. This used to be towed behind a huge camper at one point. So we'll get that finished, and then the outside is just about done. I have to get a new window motor for that window there. Oh, that brings me to the vents. I was asked how I see with those vents in there, and when I'm sitting in the driver's seat, and even the passengers, those vents are about 2-3 inches higher than the line of sight out the window. So unless I'm staring at airplanes while I'm driving, and I don't advise that, those visors are a non-issue. And the ladder doesn't block my view out that window because I don't use that window to look out of. The other question was this thing. Did this thing block my view? No, not through the mirrors, or I don't really use the glass to back up. I have my mirror turns into a screen. So I have no issues backing up. What was the other question? Oh, this thing here. Yes, you can flip this in or out so the lip is out. You can move it front, you can move it back, you can move it up, you can move it down. You could put it however you want it. You don't have to have it exactly the way it's in the picture. I wanted this out. When I have something in there, this kind of holds it in or keeps it from going outside of the frame of the cage. You know, skis or a board would be too long. They would stick out a little bit. My board fits on there pretty well. You know, a gas tank, a spare, you know, whatever, a jack, whatever you can think of. But you can flip that any way you want to. That's about it. Yeah, it's pretty much finished. I love it. It's you either like it or you hate it. I got my board up top there. Once this is finished, this is going to be staying at the shore, at the beach. This is going to be a beach buggy. I didn't really do this to flip because I knew it wasn't going to. I mean, when you personalize a vehicle to this extent, you can't expect to flip it and sell it quick and make a ton of money unless you find somebody that has your exact taste or is looking for something like this. But I absolutely love it. It turned out great. The guys did a great job with the wrap. I want to thank Legend Paint Protection Film for sponsoring that video and sponsoring the film for us. It turned out wonderful. It's something completely different from what I normally do. And I'm happy I did it. I really enjoy it. So let's get the glass clean before we ship it off to the beach. And, you know, hopefully keep that saltwater residue from sticking to the windshield as well. I gathered pretty much everything I think I need for this. So you want to wash your vehicle first, obviously, and then after that, this would be everything to gather. Clay and some rinseless, and then a panel prep and glass towel and a polisher and some pads for glass, a polish for glass, and then the protection. And I did grab the C6 Hydro Glass off the shelf, so we'll give that a shot as well. So we're going to pick up where we left off after a wash. And that would be, boy, this thing is just about done. That would be with, I have a rinseless wash concentrate in here, and I have the clay bar. And I want to go over the glass to remove any bug splatter, bug guts, shells, exoskeleton from the bugs that have splattered and have bonded itself to the glass. I want to clean that off and make it squeaky clean and perfectly smooth before I protect it and get those new wipers on there. So it's just the same process as if you were doing this to the paint. Get those wiper arms out of the way. Make sure it doesn't come slapping forward onto the glass. That'll crack the shit out of it. There's a little bit of overspray down here, and it's removing that easily and quickly. And you just do that on both sides. Yeah, what a sad excuse of a pump sprayer that is. Doesn't build up pressure, must have a leak somewhere. Here's something that's really, you can, all right, got it. That's bug guts. That's how really hard that stuff gets and bonded to the glass. If you just leave it there for an extended period of time, when the sun comes out, it just bakes right onto the surface. That's nice and smooth now. All right, it's been clayed, nice and smooth. Now you can grab a glass cleaner. I have a panel prep. They're kind of similar structurally. I mean, the formulas are not too far off from each other. I'm just going to douse the glass, let it soak for a little bit, and then clean it up for the next step, which will be polishing. That will really, the polish will ensure you really have it super clean. And I'll hit it with this one more time before putting the protection on there. But I just wanted to let you know that the panel preps are quite similar to glass cleaners. You can use a glass cleaner as a panel prep if you want to. That's how close they are. This will also really kind of ensure that, hey, if the person before was layering and layering and layering Rain-X or a glass sealant on here, I want that off of the surface as well before I hit it with this coating. So I'm just going through the process step by step. There we go. Now we're going to do some polishing. The shop manager may not look like it, but she gets excited when we use the Hummer. She likes to be up high and look out all the windows there and check out all the other puppies down on the street. All right, we're going to grab the polisher here. Yes, the DIY polisher, my Frankenstein, which I had to put together after I dropped it off of a lifted truck. My fault. Still working great. And I'm not even going to bother with the casing. It's very stiff, it's secure, it's not going anywhere, it doesn't vibrate, it doesn't act goofy, so I'm going to keep it. We're going to use the CarPro glass pads and team that up with the Sonax glass polish. All right, we have our CarPro Ceraglass pad attached. A couple drops of the Sonax polish on there, and with each short fibers I'll just spread it around with my fingers. Dab it on the glass. I like to have the speed setting on the 4th or 5th speed setting for glass a little bit higher than the way I do it on paint. I see a couple chips in the glass here. Nothing that's going to crack or anything. And if you want to, you can mask all of the trim all the way around here to protect it. That way, if you bump up against it with the pad, you won't damage it. So I'm not polishing to remove wiper scratches per se. I'm lucky enough that this doesn't have any kind of scratches, just a couple nicks, stone chips. I'm just polishing for the sake of removing anything that's on here, traffic film, any type of bonded contaminant. All right, we wiped the residue off the glass. That doesn't mean it's completely clean of those polish oils, so we're going to again douse it with the panel prep. Let it soak for a little while. And then wipe it off, wipe it down. Again, you could use a glass cleaner, same thing, pretty much. Squeaky clean, perfectly clean. Clean and stripped and ready for protection, whether it would be a window film. They do make film, PPF, for glass. It would go on the outside, obviously, to protect from stone chips. That would be an option. If I keep it at the beach, it's going to get sandblasted, so maybe I will, and you can get it perfectly clear, or you can get the window film tinted. Now, I already have this windshield tinted very lightly at about 50%, but I could go a little bit darker if I wanted to, and it would be on the outside as well, and then protected. We'll see how the coating does first. We'll give that a shot, give it a try. Okay, finally the glass protection. And again, this is going to be the C6 Ceramics or DIY Detail professional line hydro glass. And in the kit, you get the applicator, and then we have, what is this, a 30 mil vial of the coating. All right, so we have the applicator, the preferred foam applicator that came with the kit. And I hope I have you guys at an angle where you can see this. The truck is pretty high for the stand that I have for the camera, so I got you up on the hood itself. So we want to get, like 5 or 6, we want to prime this pad and then start to apply. And we'll apply it in circular motions and spread it out as evenly as we can on the glass. Make sure you have complete coverage of the glass as well. Take your time, you don't have to be in a hurry, guys, because this you want to let sit on the glass for a minimum of 15 minutes. If you can get it closer to 45 minutes to an hour, that's even better. So take your time and really spread it out. Get another couple more. Some more drops on there, so I get nice, thick, even coverage. Complete coverage. It'll kind of turn into a white hazy film after a while. If you start to wipe it off too soon, guys, by the way, and it leaves a little bit of a haze, just let it sit 30 minutes more and come back and wipe it off. It just, maybe you got it just too soon. Same thing over on this side. But over here, I'll start in the middle and then rake it all back towards me and keep spreading it out. I look forward to seeing how this does, in a beach house kind of ocean setting where it gets real buggy. Especially in the evening and at nighttime. Okay. Now we just let it sit. I'm going to let it go closer to that hour before I start to wipe it off. All right, it's getting very close to 45 minutes. Let's see how the wipe off. Let's see what the wipe off is like after 45 minutes. Minimum of 15. By the way, always wear your PPE when you're working with chemicals such as this. If you want to wear a respirator as well, go ahead. What I'm seeing here is just very easy to wipe off. Just the second swipe alone with the towel, and it's gone. Now, when I get out into the sun, is it going to look a little bit hazy or streaky? I don't know, but if it does, during initial wipe off, just let it sit another half hour or so. And then you should be able to wipe the rest off, no problem at all. Yeah, that was easy. I like it. Anything that makes my day go quicker with a little less effort and more efficiency, I'm happy with that. Okay, let's get the other side. It seems like 45 minutes was the sweet spot for me. So if I use this again, which I probably will, in the shop here, in this sheltered environment, We have AC here. We have heat. Try to keep it around 65 to 68 degrees. That's perfect for us when we're doing film, paint protection film. That was a piece of cake. Clean, protected glass, haze-free, streak-free. Crystal clear. Now, I picked up these Bosch icons, 16-inch. These are extreme all-weather performance. Let's get these on, and we're set for any type of weather, any type of climate. Well, these should be easy enough to get on there. Come on. There we go. Snap it down, and there it is. Perfect. Now, what I like to do is look at it and make sure that the wiper on the windshield is perfectly up at a 90 degree. Not like this, not like that, but straight up and down. If it tilts one way or another, if it goes up and then when it starts to come back down, you're going to get chatter. If it's tilting this way and it goes that way, it's going to be fine, but when it comes back, it's going to be some chatter. Make sure it's straight up and down. If you have to, just bend your wiper arm to make it that way. All right. And we're all set. As easy as that. That whole process just took a couple minutes. Anybody can do it. If you want to protect your windshield, make it a team or a combination with your wipers to keep the windshield clear during inclement weather or protect it so you have a much easier process when you go to clean it again next time. Follow this video and you're going to have an easy and fun time. By the way, guys, I wanted to share something with you. I had gotten a notification, through email, the new channel Detailing by Apex. All I'm doing is transferring old content mixed with new content over to that channel, so the shop here, the Detailing, Apex Detail, has a channel of its own. Myself, my boys are going to eventually add to it. Right now I'm just trying to get the old content over. And on that channel we have achieved 70,000 views just by moving content over and maybe adding 1 or 2 or maybe 3 new videos. I'm blown away by that, very humbled, and I appreciate whoever is over there, whoever's over here at both channels. I love you all, and I appreciate you taking the time and hanging with me and keeping me company when I do some of these projects on either channel. So besides this channel, I will have a link down below in the description box where you can come on over and check out Detailing by Apex as well. This process was easy and fun. I can't wait to see how the C6 ceramics hold up on the glass. I can't believe I'm going to say this because I hate rain, but I can't wait until the next storm so I can take it out and see, how the wipers and the coating work together to keep the windshield clear and safe. This has been Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. I'll catch you in the next video.